Hello, Darlene.
Hi, Brian.
How's it going?
Good.
Uh, we're on the roof again.
Uh-huh.
So this video is going to be a little different.
Yeah.
So before all the videos we did on the fat husband ones, the weight loss, they were all on day one, how much weight I'd lost, what we ate, sort of updates like that. And we're going to keep doing them.
Yep.
But this is going to be more of a just sort of a generic how we feel about the carnivore diet, how we found out about it, and just discussing, various health opinions we have. And we're not doctors, right? But we're just going to discuss things like that in general about the diet
And how we got here.
and how we got here.
Yeah.
Who we are and how we got
We
here.
are. Well, we're both 68.
Yeah.
Retired couple from Prince Edward Island, Canada. We came to Thailand in November to escape the winter. We were here for a 6-month stay.
And we did escape the winter, didn't we?
We did. We
Yeah.
decided pretty quickly that we really love it here, and it's worth the move.
Right.
So we're going home to get the things in order to come back.
And we're just going to go home. We're hoping to be back. We're going to sell everything and be back within 2 or 3 months.
And we want to really make the most of our time here when we come back.
Right.
And when we arrived here, is it safe to say you were slightly overweight?
No.
Mediumly overweight?
So I was about somewhere between 50 and I was about 50 pounds overweight.
Yeah.
And I mean, when you're in a really hot environment and you're trying to be active, 50 pounds is a lot, especially at our age.
Yeah.
Right? So it didn't make me feel particular. I felt good, but when it was really hot, I certainly didn't feel like, it was holding me back.
Right.
And so we're moving forward. We're really excited about moving to Thailand and our retirement. You want it to last as long as possible. So we just thought one of the things we have direct control over is diet, exercise,
Right.
Those things.
What happened when we came to Thailand? There was Thai food. Did we
So-
love Thai food?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, pad Thai.
I mean, chicken pad Thai.
Oh,
I had
pad
that for,
Krapao.
but I had that for breakfast.
I know.
Right, and why
I
wouldn't you?
know.
So
I
in
know.
Thailand, the thing is, it's not like just bacon and eggs. Like that's a Western thing. Any Thai meal that you like, they'll cook for breakfast.
Yeah.
Right? It's a
Yeah.
little less defined here on what's lunch, what's dinner, what's breakfast.
Yeah.
The other thing I did here is, okay, here's the thing. Back home, I didn't drink much beer, right?
No.
I mean, if I bought 6 beers, that'd be a month. Maybe it would be whatever. I didn't drink a lot.
Yeah.
Right? And when we got here, I mean, there's a big drinking culture here.
Yeah.
And every cart you walk by has beer on ice, and it's 38 degrees Celsius every day.
Yeah.
And you get to know the guys. They'd see you coming and they'd yell your name
Yeah.
and hand
Yeah.
you beer.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah.
So we overindulged. Let's put it that way.
I think
the
that's
weight was creeping up.
Yeah.
And up and up.
right.
And we love YouTube, so we watch YouTube videos religiously, and we stumbled across videos on carnivore.
Right. But I'd also done the keto diet
You
previously and
Yeah.
successfully.
Yes.
And I think, and obviously I gained the weight back.
Yes.
Right? And I think I just allowed the carbs to come back in. Then your hunger gets the best of you.
Yeah.
Then you overeat, and it just
Yeah.
snowballs, right?
Yeah.
So I was pretty comfortable with a lot of the nuances of a low carb diet.
Yes.
And when I was doing that a couple years back, it was 5 years ago, right?
Oh yeah.
And I kept
yeah.
the weight off for about 3 years,
Yeah.
and then I just lost
yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
But when I started looking, a couple of years back, I saw the carnivore diet, right?
Yeah.
And what did they say?
Yeah.
I said, "Oh, it's a good way to have a heart attack, right?" Like I just didn't believe it. So
No.
you live your whole life with everybody telling you eating red meat is bad, and all this stuff, and you've got to eat cornflakes. You know what I mean? The usual Canadian diet.
Yeah.
Right? But I started watching Dr. Ken Berry, right?
Yeah.
And in all honesty, he's a carnivore guy. He's a doctor, and I mean, he's okay with low carb in general. I think he leans towards the carnivore. But the more we watched him,
Yeah.
the more everything he said just made a lot of
Yeah.
sense, right?
And you dove right in.
I did.
So you started this whole thing off with an 11-day water fast
Yes,
back in March, right?
I did.
Early March.
So it's 45 days ago.
45 days ago, yeah.
Right.
And a month later, I'm a little slow to pick up. I joined you,
You did.
delving into the world of carnivore.
And it was because you'd seen so many of the videos, and I mean, everything that they were saying seemed to make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That we both feel, and I mean, it's a healthy way to eat.
Yeah.
That's the decision we made.
Yeah.
But so we've been, excuse me, I've been doing it now for what? Would you call it 34 days? I've been doing.
After the yeah.
I've been doing pretty
Yep.
much carnivore.
Yep.
And when I say carnivore, I mean, I'm not like hard and fast, but I'm generally less than 10 grams of
Yeah.
carbs a day. So super low,
Yeah.
low carb. And you are as well.
And isn't it easier that we're doing it together? Do you think?
Oh, so if you're doing
You were
any,
doing it okay before
Right.
I joined you,
but I was taking you out to eat,
I know.
and you were still eating. So we go to a restaurant, Darlene would say, "Give me the chicken pad thai and give me this." She wouldn't say "give me," but you were eating.
May I have?
No, but you were eating a ton
Oh,
of food.
yeah.
And I'd just sit there and drink water, right? Because it's
I
also
know.
so in Thailand. I don't speak Thai. Most of the recipes here have great sauces that have a lot of sugar
Yeah.
and a lot of seed oils in them.
Yeah.
And I'm not eating that on the carnivore. And it's very
Right.
hard to order other things.
Right.
So that's fine. But yeah, once we both started, and I think that's if you've got a couple that both smoke and one of them wants to quit and the
Yeah.
other one smokes in front of them,
Yeah.
that would be very difficult. But the fact that we're both doing the same meal planning now, we both have the same food in the fridge.
Yeah.
And I guess the crazy thing is, like I'm a bit of a skeptic, right?
Yeah.
So when Ken Berry first started saying, this makes this," he's fairly forceful, right? This is the right way to eat. I'm going, nah, I don't think so, right? But the thing is, when I started doing it, I figure it's not going to hurt to do it.
Yeah.
All the things that he said would happen did.
Yeah. So what are some of the benefits that we've come across? Like,
They've been quite exciting.
they're
haven't they?
numerous, really.
Yeah, and I mean, in a very short time. So we discussed the other day the IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, right? Man, I
Yep.
had that big time
You did.
for at least 10 years.
Yep.
It's way less fun than it sounds,
Yep.
right? Like
Yep.
it changes your life,
Yeah.
right? So we looked at somebody that was doing a walking tour in Ireland, going
Yeah.
to different bars, and Darlene said we couldn't do it because of my
Yeah. No, we couldn't.
what I call unpredictable bowels.
No.
So,
So it
I
limits
swear to
you.
20 days into the carnivore diet,
Yeah.
that has almost gone away completely.
What about your knees?
My knees were sore, and I'm walking crazy distances now.
Yeah.
Like I'm doing 20, 25 clicks a day.
Yeah.
And before I'd walk 8 and my knees would be sore, right? And
Yep.
they make clicking noises.
Energy levels?
Yeah, great.
Yeah. What else?
Skin.
Oh, skin feels, I don't know, a little.
So I have some
Seems a
skin
little
tags
clearer.
on my face.
Yes.
That
Yes.
that were
Yes.
getting more pronounced.
Yes.
And I said to Darlene, I probably should go and get those
Yeah.
checked, right?
Yeah.
And in all honesty, they've almost disappeared since
Yeah.
we did the carnivore. I know that sounds like a lot of hype,
I know, but it's true.
but it's true.
Yeah. So there's a lot of benefits.
Right.
That we've found so far.
Right.
Yeah.
And in 45 days, I've lost 31 pounds.
The weight loss
31 and a half
is-
pounds.
Yeah.
But
nice
the
touch.
big thing is, I have even, like my appetite is totally controllable now.
Yeah.
I don't fool around. Like I know that I'm basically, like I'm a fat guy, right? And I know how to eat, right? Like
Yeah.
I like eating. So I try to stay right within the confines of what I feel. But my appetite is very controllable.
Yeah.
I don't get cravings. And before I wouldn't go a week and I'd just go, listen, and I'd lose it and eat a bunch of unhealthy
Yeah.
food
Yeah.
and then get back on track.
Which is probably, that's harmful, I think, right?
Right. But
Yeah.
I haven't had
Yeah.
one issue for the most part.
No.
I've had a couple beers now and then.
Yeah.
Going out New Year's, I had 3 or 4 beers, right?
Yeah.
There's been a
But
couple,
that's
but
getting
that's
less and
even,
less.
yeah, and I mean, that's something that just faded away. So, like I said, I drank more beer since we got here than I ever have. There's a little 7-Eleven next door. When we're walking by on our evening walk, I'd grab 2 or 3 beers and a big bag of peanuts. And it costs you like $4, right? And the beer's good. And I'd sit there and drink it, and I'd say to Darlene, I'm not going to do that again. That's my not going to do it again, boys.
Yeah.
And then the next night I would.
Yeah.
And what I realized was I'd been doing carnivore for about 3 weeks after the fasting, and I realized that I just walked by the 7-Eleven without thinking about it. So I didn't even, it wasn't like a big amount of willpower.
No.
I just stopped going in and buying it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like pretty hard to believe. So what else you got?
I think we've been really, really glad to have the viewers we do that comment and encourage us, and we hope we encourage them. Sometimes you'll find in real life you don't get a lot of support. People don't understand carnivore. They're maybe
Right.
afraid of it. Or they think, they just don't get it. And that's fine. Not everybody comes to the same realization at the same time.
Right.
So it's nice to have people out there that are
Right.
doing the same thing. We'd like to hear from you.
So I mean, I think so Dr. Ken Berry, take a look at some of his videos, right?
Mm.
But I mean, that guy always says, so basically, where do you start? Well, stop with the processed foods,
Yeah.
right? Eat whole foods.
Yeah.
So don't eat flour, don't eat sugar, don't drink pop, don't drink excessive amounts of alcohol, don't
Yeah.
smoke. I mean, we can all agree on all that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And keep your carbs down to a lower level, which are basically low carb, like
Yeah.
under 20 or 30 grams of carbs a day.
Yeah.
Try that on. You could do well on that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. I could do all of that, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing too is going forward, like we want to live our best life, right?
Yeah.
So I'm type 2 diabetic, right? And when I'm walking the line and doing, and my weight's down, if I stay around 180 or less,
Yeah.
and I eat a low, and that's a result of a low carb diet. So and it doesn't matter why that works, but my blood sugar stays in a very normal range.
Yeah. And you control your type 2 diabetes through
Right.
food. It wasn't being well controlled for
No,
a while. Is
I mean,
that
for
safe?
5 years I was overeating.
So
right?
what do we do when
Oh, I just stopped.
you test your blood sugar every morning when you're
Yeah.
being good, and what do we do when you're not
Yeah,
being
so you'd
good?
go out and you'd have a big meal, and then you'd stop
I
at
know.
Dairy Queen on the way home, and Darlene would say, "What was your blood sugar this morning?" I'd say, "I don't know, I didn't check it." Like
Denial just
no,
a
but like
river in Egypt.
that'd be stupid, right?
I know.
And it shows up on her phone, right?
I know. See, I got the app on my phone.
Right.
Yeah, but anyway.
So all I'm saying is, if you're thinking about trying anything, we've been thrilled.
Yeah.
We're not doctors. Take a look at Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Westman. There's another guy, Kelly Hogan.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she's really, I think she's a pretty good speaker, and she's got 13 years experience, and
Yeah.
and she was quite heavy to start with, right?
Yeah.
She's over 120 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and
So, yeah.
so we'll throw pictures in of both of us at the end when
Yes.
we were heavy,
Yes.
because we're speaking from valid experience.
Yeah.
Right?
Been there, done that.
Yeah, I don't even know what I was at my heaviest.
I don't know either, Brian.
I was 302. And that's,
Yeah.
that's no good. That's no
No.
way. I mean, it restricts what you're going to do. So am I going to go and swim in the ocean? Yeah, you are. You're going to float like crazy, but, let's face it.
Yeah.
It's no way to go through life. Right?
So this is what we're doing.
Right.
This is how we got to this point, and we're going to
Right.
carry on and bring you along with us. And you find your thing, because it's not going to be a fit for everybody.
It's whatever works for you.
It's whatever works for you.
But
Just do something, right? Do something.
We
Yeah.
have our videos that give us our daily reporting on just
Yeah.
what we ate.
Yeah.
For me, it's boring. I eat the same thing every day. But what we ate, what we weighed,
Yeah.
how we feel,
Yeah.
and our exercise level. If you want to check them out, feel free. It'd be great. And if you enjoy this and you want to subscribe, that'd be great too. But
Well,
yeah, thanks for watching, and we wish you the best of luck going forward. with your-
Absolutely. You can do it.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Yeah.
All right. Bye now.
Bye now.